Jim, group 1, you will be in the angel room, right? You're in the angel room, and Peg, what's some good stuff that's happening in the angel room up there?
We're in there sitting, we're doing harmonic C because the world's on harmonic C, and we're saying, well, we're all going to get up and we're all going to come back in, and when we come back in, we're going to do this one at a time, okay? And an EVP came across, and it came across on 5 different recorders, plus the Ustream, plus on our recording. And I want you to go that loud, that clear.
Wow.
That loud, that clear. We didn't hear it, our ears, but it came across on all of our recordings. Everybody's recordings picked it up. Yeah, very cool.
The next group will be with Dan,
Yeah.
and you will be inside mine just went blank. Did we just win a paranormal challenge?
I think so.
We did. Where am I? That is the opera room. And inside the opera room, actually, Peggy, take it again. In the opera room, you know more of it than I do.
So much in the opera room.
This one is one of the craziest spots, absolutely.
When I first got the place, and it wasn't decorated or anything, and back in 1993 when we first bought it, I was upstairs, it was 4 in the morning, I was closing everything down. My business partner said, well, she was going to leave. I said, that's fine, go ahead and go. She said, well, do you want me to lock you in here? I said, no, just lock all the doors downstairs. And about a half hour later, I heard people coming up the steps. And I thought, holy mother of God, they're coming in, they're going to rob me. I know this is bad, she didn't lock the door. And so I went to lock the doors in the room where I was at. At that time, there was 2 doors like you see upstairs, but they were actually little doors with little latch locks, and then the door that you go into the room. And I went to reach for them, and all around me the locks went click, 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 click. They all locked. I got down on my hands and knees, and I looked under the door because I could still hear people coming. I couldn't see anybody. I could hear them, and it was just like a herd of people were coming up the steps. So I thought, well, if I get to the next room and I look out, I can scream or holler to somebody outside that somebody's in the building, would they help me? And I opened the one door, and I went to the next room, and I went to the window, and I could see there was a street crew working because it was real icy out. But they didn't hear me because of the machines and stuff they were doing. I thought, okay, if I go out this door and I run down the steps, whoever's gone up the steps looking for where I'm at, I'll just hit the crash door and I'll be gone. Because I mean, you could hear them coming up the steps, and it just was non-stop noise. So that's what I did. And I left, and I came back the next day. There was absolutely nothing missing, nobody in the building. And those steps, hearing people come up the steps, that's a very, very common thing for people. Beyond Ghosts got it. Orbs, when they were here, they stood inside the one door and looked out, and they could see people walking across. When Ryan was just here, Ryan Buell was just here on the only Friday the 13th of the whole year of 2011. On the couch there was a woman sitting on the couch, and they had just done like some EVP sessions. He's in the room where the white bedspread is and the red dress. And there's a haunted hotel picture there, and it's inside of a metal frame, okay? And he's standing in there doing a VP session. The girl comes out from the brown room. She says, oh, the ghost must be really quiet tonight. The woman from Toronto, Canada is sitting there. She goes, yeah, they're not doing anything. The picture came right up out of the frame in front of everybody there, went like this, and dropped right to the couch. Ryan comes out of the room and says, what are you all scared at? What's going on? They go, you won't believe it just happened. They told him. He picked it up and goes, well, isn't that ironic? It says, certified haunted hotel. Cool stuff.
They keep it relevant. They keep it relevant.
Yeah.
Group 3, you'll be with me in the basement where we caught the shadow down there. We'll be using the DR60. This is the recorder I was talking to you guys about from the 70s. It is the worst digital recorder, but yet for paranormal research, it's the best.
That's where Ryan Willett from Beyond Ghosts said he's never seen a shadow person until he came to this building. He was here and he saw him, and he said he had like a half-hour interaction of seeing a shadow person in our basement. So there's a lot of cool stuff.
He's down there. She or she?
They picked up a tricycle being ridden when John Bloom from the Gazette News was here, and he did an article on us. He could hear people playing marbles upstairs. You could hear them, and you could hear a ball bouncing. I have EVPs of people sitting at the bar right there and have somebody run right behind them. there's just amazing EVPs that come out of this building. Upstairs, when my sisters and I were all changing out a bunch of the different curtains, because if you come again in a couple of weeks, it'll be a whole different hotel. I'm always changing and moving stuff, because I figured that's what they probably did in the day. But we had the camera facing in a room, and the mic to the camera was facing in the room, and we were in the hallway working and everything. And that time, we did not know that Clara Arnold died in February. And an EVP that came across was cold February. Then I can't swim. Justin, is the door locked? Just like I'm talking to you. That's the kind of EVPs you pick up here. You don't have to clear them up, you don't have to make them better, you don't have to put them through anything. That's the way they come across. And anything else that comes across, we just say, you can't tell us your name, your address, and your social security number, don't bother talking. It's that unbelievably clear. And I was in the kitchen tonight, and I was doing the champagne stuff and getting it ready, and I heard somebody say, Peggy? And I said, I looked around, and Allison was standing in the door, and I turned around and I said, Allison, did you just call my name? She goes, no. It was as clear as a bell, Peggy. So, if you hear your name, just ask who it is. And in this building, you don't have to be scared about anything. You'll never go running. You'll go running towards it. You'll go running asking it. One of the things I tell people to do is, if you're upstairs, ask for some towels. Ask for soap. Be a guest. What time? I need a wake-up call tomorrow morning. Well, if you come and do a wake-up call, how many times will you knock my door, and what will it sound like? How will I know that it's not somebody next door? You know, ask it questions. Ask the building questions. It loves to respond that way. When I tell stories is when people get a lot of stuff, because it's like they gather around and tell my story. No, tell my story. No, you tell my story. I'm not going to tell your story. Get out of my way. Oh, move over there. That's how it feels. It feels like it's that crowded.
Anybody here with us right now? Did you hear how that keeps echoing?
Yeah.
Every little
Yeah.
time. I mean, if you move, it picks it up and it echoes. Can you tell us your name? Last time we were here, a little girl started to talk, and an older woman shushed her. Why did you do that?
There was something that looked like it just walked right in front